Welcome everybody to the Opportunity Zones Meetup. This is a group that gets together and shares information on Opportunity Zones as a new source of capital, particularly for distressed communities. So tonight we're going to be talking about cash exits. The way the Opportunity Zones work is at the end of a 10-year time period, investment into an opportunity zone will qualify for tax-free status on any appreciation of that investment. And so as people are now designing and planning and implementing opportunity zone projects, the issue about how do you get your money out of an investment, what can you do to control or influence the exit, are becoming up more and more. So we're going to walk through some of the basics on that and what some of the people are doing that I'm aware of, and set the table for further discussions on more sophisticated or more complicated exit schemes. So this is sponsored by my company, Dakin Capital. I provide services with regard to the design, staging, and conduct of capital campaigns. I have been working a lot with alternative forms of capital, and when opportunity zones came into existence with the legislation in 2017, I saw this as a source of capital that many of the communities and businesses that I work with would find attractive, potentially giving them the funding that they might not otherwise receive because the tax incentives were strong enough to overcome the potential performance of these companies that was not quite up to the mark for classical investing. So what we do in every one of these meetings is we invite people to come forward and talk about their particular projects. These are set up by appointment with me. Each group or person has 5 minutes to do a quick summary of their program. They can be an investor who is looking for opportunity zone projects. So it could be a fund that is looking to raise money from investors or looking to deploy money into opportunity zone projects. It may be an opportunity zone business, or it can be an opportunity zone property that is looking to start a fund or to raise money from a fund. Or it may be a community that's trying to take advantage of opportunity zone funding to improve its economic base. So if any of you know anyone who might like to present in the future, please have them contact me, and we'll get everything set up so that they can make a short summary, capture all that information in the meeting and on the video recording of this meeting so that it's viewable worldwide on YouTube. I'm going to give you a short presentation on behalf of one of my projects, which will serve as a demonstration of what I expect and am looking for in this particular type of a project to help you understand the opportunity that it represents to share information. So tonight, for our showcase, I'm going to talk about what's called G&D Indoor Hops PBC. The business G&D is a business in which I'm a principal. We are putting together an indoor grow operation for hops with the idea of producing hops year-round with monthly harvest in support of the craft brewing industry. We have spent a considerable amount of time to this point in order to create the engineering and design and economic modeling for this particular facility. And we are now looking at a facility that in a horizontal model would be about 70,000 square feet that might cover somewhere between 3 to 5 acres of land, depending upon how it's laid out. With this type of a facility at scale, we currently project that we would be able to generate 583,000 pounds of wet hops per year, which in Colorado that would be about 12.5% of the total hops consumption as of 2017 in the state. So the idea is to set up an initial facility and then expand that to additional facilities to meet the entire market needs for all the craft brewers in the state. And we're already in discussion with people about also doing this in other states to support their craft brewing industries. The company right here is set up as a public benefit corporation. This first facility, as planned, would be a tenant in the Sugar Beet District in the Opportunity Zone in Fort Collins, Colorado. This is a project that was previously showcased in this meetup, where they're building a 50-acre mixed-use commercial live-work-play design that's focused on creating an ultimate environment for both living and working. So if there were a place that you wanted to live and work, they would both be the same place, and this would be what that would look like. So in that connection, we coined the term human permaculture, where we're talking about integrating human activities across the board into a setting that works in concert with the environment in a net zero environment. All the tenants in this particular project have to be public benefit corporations in order to be invited to be sited with the other tenants. We're looking at a hotel, distillery, brew pub, a cannabis grow, and a local food grow, in addition to offices and retail space. So as things move forward, right now the Sugar Beet District is preparing to do an Opportunity Zone raise of its own, but we will be doing one in parallel with that strictly for this hops business as a tenant in that larger development. Thank you.